Okay, let's start. Everybody here? My voice clear to everyone here? 12. So we have 3 missing. 3 missing are Solomon, Noel, and also Pharaoh. Okay. All right, let me present my screen. Thank you for being here today. After Saturday trial run, we release a coursework mark. No worry, everybody did well. Window. Do you feel excited with the coming FOA? No. I'm still under. I need time to recover my energy. This sem really too harsh. Too many classes this semester. Reach a maximum number of teaching. Scary, yes, I understand. Yeah, there's so many things that you all learn in a short sem. Somehow this course, I did mention before, easy to pass, but not easy to score A. Scare instead. To reduce your scareness, Daniel, those how I advise students usually, all those topics you list out first. What are the subtopics you learn in each chapter? So when you saw the question, you know where can you find the relevant details. Please don't, please, all of you, please don't and ever think of referring or discuss answer among you all, whether peer-to-peer, same branch or other branches. I can, what is that? I can know if any copying instead will be penalized. Yeah, before I forgot. Any of the lecturers show you the FOA guideline already? Do you all go through the FOA guideline already? Sudah kah? No idea? Don't know? Not yet. All right. Ian, not dry run the FOA final online assessment guideline. I need all of you, please access student intranet now. Okay, all of you, please access to student intranet. And then, Ian left meeting. And then I need one student present screen. Maybe Wong Yep How, can you present screen? All of you, please log into your student intranet account now. And Wong, please present screen. How can't forget password? How do you check your result? Okay, thanks, Ian, taking initiative. Nowadays, very hard to find students to be initiative. Appreciate a lot. So all of you look at the student intranet and then you search for 8th of December. After that, you will see a title called Guideline on Final Online Assessment for Students. Yes, click. And then you scroll down, you will see that there's a one attachment there. Okay, click again. Open the attachment. So everybody open the same attachment. So now let me share my screen. This document is available in student intranet. All of you, please read the whole content, but for now, let me share with you the important updates from Faculty of Computing and Information Technology. So this notice actually released by Department of Examinations and Credit Accumulation guideline FOA for students. So effective date 1st of November. So applicable to this semester. Please read through all. I'm not going to read everything for you. So when you scroll down, so before FOA, later on, we will do trial run or dry run. They are the same. So students are reminded that any form of communication during FOA is prohibited and subject to disciplinary action. So I believe everybody know about this. So during FOA, please no discussion, no communications. Backup mode communication, in case any unforeseen circumstances, you all can immediately inform me, WhatsApp me. You all have my WhatsApp, right? You all have my contact number. Or if WhatsApp didn't, you don't, if let's say you don't have WhatsApp, you can always Google chat to me. Make sure you have at least one mode of communication, whether WhatsApp me, Google chat me, or email me. Everybody has either one. Students shall contact the lecturer immediately if you face difficulty to enable video conferencing or any unforeseen disruption. And you scroll down during FOA. This one important. During FOA, students shall turn on your camera and also you have to turn off the virtual background. Please ready your data. Please ready your devices and also data. Yeah, your mobile data, or make sure you have a good connection. Okay, make sure your internet connection is good. Prepare mobile data. Okay, take note this one. Throughout FOA session, also mean 3 hours and 3 hours. Virtual background have to turn off. And no communication with, just like you are sitting in final exam physically in the exam hall. In the exam hall, you cannot, you cannot communicate with anybody else. FOA will be recorded, yes, as usual, like how we record our session, our classes. So I will capture images if I need to do so. Students shall be present and visible all the time. This one important. Cannot be like chip small, sekejap ada, sekejap tiada. Cannot. If you want to be away from the screen, you need to get my approval. Yeah, and approved absent is subject to disciplinary action. So better take toilet break before the FOA. If you need to go to toilet, if you need to away from your station, please, you have to ask, just like how you ask during a physical exam. Again, students shall contact lecturer immediately if there's any unforeseen disruption to your video conferencing connection. So you may WhatsApp me personally. If students shall not communicate or discuss answer with other person during FOA, if you want to take the risk, you will bear the consequences. Any act of copying, cheating, or assisting, all this will liable to disciplinary action. And this is an online assessment. You have plenty of resources, but please don't copy. Will not help you. You copy, you won't get any marks. Use onwards. So after FOA, this one also important. After FOA, students shall submit the correct file. No appeal will be entertained. After submitted, because every student only has one chance, only allowed to send one submission. After the submission, you inform me, Miss, just now the copy I submitted, wrong version. I forgot there's still 2 more questions I haven't added in. Then I will say sorry. The submitted answer, that's the final version already. No more appeal, no changes, no appeal will be entertained. Please take note, take this seriously. You can check many times. Before you turn in, you can always check your uploaded file before click the turn in button. Yeah, take note. One things to avoid is sometimes when students submit last minute, they feel nervous, scared, so they simply upload and submit without proper checking. So how to solve this? I have my, corrective action for you later. Yeah, I will show you how to avoid that happen. Let notification, okay, like this. You have end time, you have deadline. Our time is 9 to 12. So our exam time is 9 to 12. Right? This is end time would be 12 p.m. The exam time ended at 12. So at 12 o'clock, you have to stop answering question already. After that, you need to submit your paper before. Yeah, before 12 p.m. So mean roughly you have about half an hour. Then you can prepare yourself, submit, take your time, upload, take your time, double, triple check before you click turn in. Yeah, there's one way to avoid when the time you are submitting in rush. Sometimes you will not realize that you didn't submit the correct files. So to avoid that, 12 o'clock end time. End time means you should stop writing already. You should stop answering question. 12 o'clock onwards, start uploading answer. Never ever continue answering question until 12:25. Then only you wrap up the answer. You use the last 4-5 minutes, turn in. What happened if internet suddenly disconnected? That's not my problem. No excuse. You have to start turn in 12 onwards, not 12:25. Any excuse, any reason, not the reason. Yeah, 30 minutes more than enough for you to turn in. Understand, everybody? 30 minutes, half an hour, more than enough time for you to turn in your paper. If your location always with internet was slow, then I advise you turn in earlier. Please back up your answer first thing. And also the second one, please prepare plan B. Plan B means if let's say on the day itself, no electricity. How are you going to do the FOA? Can you all answer in the chat box? Yeah, we prepare ourselves. In case if no electricity without any notice from SAFP, SESB, how are you going to continue FOA? Yeah, by sending me, inform me, message me, telling me that, Miss, my place no electricity. I'm not able to extend timer. Cannot. The time 3 hours is there. So how to solve that, everyone? Type your answer in the chat box. How to avoid, not say avoid, how to solve if no one answering there in the chat box. In case, yeah, just in case if FOA time during FOA no electricity, how? Hello, student? So say go to nearest place with good connection. Okay, so means that before FOA, you all have to search out first. Don't search on the FOA, the day of FOA. So I mean today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, these 2 days, go and find out where is the nearest place with internet connection. Okay, go and find out first. Don't search last minute because the times counter, I cannot extend any, even 1 minute to we follow our end time and deadline. Do offline, yes. The question paper, I understand sometimes if no internet connection might also, the telco, the service provider, sometimes also quite slow. So what's the best way? Once you receive the question, you screen cap first to back up in case you can't open the question. So once you back up, if no electricity, immediately take out paper and pen, answer. I believe all those lecture notes, you have a copy in the PC already. So start doing something. Don't just wait the electricity come back. The time running. So please alert on this. Okay, Elwin, you inform me, but the time still counting. Do you all see? Let me present one more time my screen here. Okay, inform me using phone data because you were absent from the screen. Yeah, any absent, you have to inform me first, but the time still counting. Still 3 hours, no extension. Clear, Elvin? Clear, Elvin? Clear. So inform me because you were absent from the screen, but the time still counting 3 hours. No extra time will be given. If you are staying around Alam Mesra, then you are planning to use it. I mean, you want to use our computer facility in the campus, if you want to do that, please inform me earlier so that I can reserve. Yeah, I'll inform the person in charge there. If your house always no connection, then you might consider do the final online assessment in the campus. Please take note, everyone. All right, come back here. So this one already done. So avoid this happen. Make sure you submit this time. Don't submit last minute. Can we have your, wait, I thought you all already have my phone number. Don't have. Okay, let me type. This is my contact number. Yeah, all of you jot it down. Yeah, all of you jot it down. This is my contact number. Okay, student may be called for post-examination interview by the lecturer if Need verified student answer to ensure integrity and authenticity of the answer. All right, that's all the core content. The rest of it, please go through. Any question on this? No question. No question. Let's do trial run. Who is not here? Pharaoh and Noel, right? Okay, okay. Ayo. Go to Google Classroom. FOA trial run. Trial run or dry run, same. So let me release question. This is just a sample. I use a past year paper, 2020-09 version. So on FOA day, on Monday, I'll post a question paper first. Oh, no, sorry. Not say post question paper first. Question paper will be released on the time. Our time is 9 o'clock. Please join the Google Classroom 10 minutes before. Everybody join the Google Classroom 10 minutes before. After that, the second part is your submission. So please read the instruction. Dear student, first you need to fill up the declaration originality form. So this consider your attendance. So there's a one Google form there. You fill in. After that, make a copy of the answer template. So this is your answer template. Make a copy, name the answer file with your name and student ID. So you will start answering in your own document. Please rename. You have to make a copy first, then you rename it. Number 3, after rename, number 4, your answer in PDF. Don't submit Google Doc. Everyone has only one time submission PDF file. So let me release to you this. Everyone saw that? Okay, all of you, now please start filling up the form first. After that, place in the answer. Place in the answer in the template. Let me open up the Google Doc template here. So this one is for trial run. So fill up everything. Place in the answer here. Please make a copy. Don't edit here. Yeah, don't edit the answer here. Maybe I give you all 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes to settle this. All right, 30 minutes. So our next session, 10:10. Okay, 10:10 after 30 minutes. No lah, please don't submit empty. Put some answer there. Have you all answered this set of past year question? None of you? Are we going to discuss later? Do you need discussion? I know last day a student already bored with my voice. Did the mouse to the I don't want to hear Miss Lee's voice anymore. Haven't do yet possible, then yes. Okay, you all do your best. Put in some answer there. If you haven't do, maybe you just put the reference, which chapter, which slide number as a reference for your own reference also. Right, we come back 10:10. The question 1C cannot change. How about the rest? Can you find the blinking cursor there? Can change. So problem solved. White phone couldn't see. Then you change it to black. White phone or this one. Change it to black. Yeah, text color. Okay, thank you for informing. So the rest of you also please take note. Yeah, change to black. Yeah. Okay, thank you to alert me. All right, submitted. How many of you submitted? Submit before 10, 10. We will have a brief discussion on the content so that you have some guideline. All right, a few more students there. If you need a toilet break, please go now. Later, we don't have a break until 11. Yeah. All of you, please turn in the trial run document. There are 4 students not yet. Oh, Pharaoh not here, right? Jeremiah and Lim. Please turn in the PDF. So no issue on this. Everybody know how to do this submission already. One more student. Okay, please prepare the past year question. We quickly glance through the question. Let me enlarge. Hey, Jeremiah not here. So 3 students absent today. But you haven't turned in, Jeremiah? Your PDF? Already? Let me refresh. Let me refresh my page. Perhaps haven't updated yet. All right, received already. Now, quickly open up your question paper. You all jot down whatever you can. You have question, you ask, or else I'll just continue. So case study, read first, because all these questions 1, 2, 3, 4 come from the same case, except 1, 2 question without referring, you still can answer. So now we look at here. This is a manufacturing company, provide various car space parts, use various standalone software for business operations. So they use Microsoft Excel, but they do it manually track and raw material quantities. If any raw material quantity below, the staff need to manually place the order for this raw material to replenish the stock. So the staff need to manually plan the product manufacturing schedule. Apart from that, they need to view report. Top management, they need to view report. So Microsoft Word used to prepare the report. Sometimes need many days for the report. So after that, the management decide to implement SAP, increase automation, improve data flow. So SAP provide them single source of truth for all master procurement data. Raw material inventory movement will be synchronized, while the schedule also automatically arranged according to the automatically. Yeah. The report automatically generated and a notification. After that, last paragraph. Newly appointed project manager, Miss Sharon, she is given 2 years' time to complete entire project. Management expect the project complete on time, mean within 2 years and also within the budget constraint. So this implementation consider high risk because any error might cause disruption. Now, all those are keyword. Any error might cause disruptions. Oops. So business disruption will result huge loss of the company. Sorry, let me give me 1 minute. Let me reply in the message. 1 minute, yeah, 1 minute. All right, come back here. So now question number 1 is 3 major objectives. Look at the case scenario, 3 major objectives. So paragraph 1, 2, 3. What are the objectives here? They want to implement the SAP, right? They want to implement the SAP and within the time frame. Within the given time frame, 2 years. Cannot exceed this time frame. That's first objective. And then after that, they want to implement the objective to implement the SAP with the least cost because they have a budget constraint. Next one, they talk about this is a high-risk project. Yeah? Any error might cause disruption. So the third objective here is the scope, the quality of the function of the SAP system also must be maintainable. The fewer possible software errors have to be have to be maintained to the as fewer as possible. I mean here referring to the software errors. Okay, so 1 about the time, about the time frame, about the cost, least cost, and also this one. Okay, cannot have any error or set it as fewest as possible. So number 2, 3 possible stakeholder. 3 possible stakeholder when we look at the content here. All right, don't forget this is a 12 marks question. 12 mark question after you list out the objective, you need to discuss. After identify, okay, you need to discuss. Yeah, you need to measure, you need to discuss the objective. You can discuss it based on the, you can ask few questions on your objective. Let's say talking about the cost, the least cost. So you might can explain further, you can discuss about what is it? How to evaluate, yeah, how to evaluate the actual costs incurred compared to budgeted costs. Explain in detail. Project completion time also you can evaluate also. Is that any metric can be used in this case? How about this one, errors, correctness? How to evaluate the system and how to perform the system smoothly without any errors. You can give suggestion. Okay, you might also discuss, can all this error, can it be fixed in a shorter time without causing any disruption to the business operation? All these are from your opinion. The answer is not here, so it's from your point of view. 12 marks. Question number B. Possible stakeholder. Here we have We did on top, we have warehouse staff, right? We have warehouse staff, and then we have manufacturing department. So mean the manufacturing department staff. And then who else? People who need the reports. Who are they? The top management of ABC company. If you can find others, you list it out. Identify and describe. Describe. After identify, you need to describe, let's say, who is a warehouse staff? Who are they, top management? Why they need, what kind of report they need? Okay, describe. Number C, why the project plan need to regularly revise throughout project development process. This one, a lot of answer. Why need to revise regularly? Because the software development environment or condition can be changed. And even the initial estimation, the time, the cost, all those are tentative and can be changed. I'm not saying can be changed, they need to revise. They need to revise it based on the information and also based on the up-to-date progress status. If any changes, then the team might need to negotiate with the stakeholders, discuss with them what are the latest constraints and also deliverables to the customer. If they have any risk, risk, like let's say new staff come in, then they may need to do reallocations. So all this can be discussed. There are no specific answer. Many, so you have to think of what are the reason behind why need to revise. What are the conditions required? For question number 2, this one we have a similar question in the tutorial, right? So this part, additional stuff. When you have additional tasks, what is a possible issue and also corrective action? I hope you all can score this question when asked about corrective. Score this 15 marks. 3 possible causes. So each correction action 5 marks. So when you add new staff, additional staff, do they mention whether the new staff is experienced or not? They don't. So give you space, flexibility to discuss about it. So when add on new staff, you have to think about the costs. Will it be increase the cost? If the new staff a lack of experience, then you might need to consider the training time, the training costs. Will it be over budget? After that, if you add new staff, they have no experience. When you're providing a training, all these kind of things, will it be delay the time? You can discuss. Yeah, will it delay the time frame for the whole project? And then the other one, you also have to think about their learning time. Okay, learning time. They need to be trained, right? If they have no experience. So during the learning time, could be the performance, their productivity, production could be slower. And the assigned task would be, because they are new, they're still learning, low productivity. So all this can be discussed here. Yeah, this question. Number B. Okay, read through question number B. Discuss spiral model. Why better than waterfall? This one I leave it to you. Spiral model, the key principle for spiral model here, this one involves risk assessment. So must have in your discussion. Okay, risk assessment. Discuss. 10 marks. Of course, not only from this point of view, you can add on others. Next one, question number 3. Definition, cybersecurity. Second, what are the metrics? This is a free marks if I describe. Use onwards. If everything clear, you can get 3 marks. 2 metrics can be used to measure the security. Please refer to the lecture notes. You can use MTTI, mean time, to identify. You can use attack and threat frequency. You can use, maybe you can search out this, threat event frequency. There are many answers. You can also use MTTR. Can use mean time to patch. Many answers. So you might search a metric for to measure security. As long as your metric is correct, 6 mark. 2 metric, so 3 mark each. 3 mark each. Metric correct, 1 mark. Relevancy, 2 marks. So you have 2 metric. Metric number 2, relevancy, 2 marks. Okay, so 6 marks together. So question number B, justify why the progress is not visible compared to other type of engineering project. Yeah, I did mention this in the class. I'm not sure whether you still remember. There's a software. When develop software is something that we cannot see and touch. The stakeholders, they can't see the progress. What they can see is the documentation. They can use the documentation to review the progress. That's it. But if, let's say, building, we can see how much you have done, but software cannot. So it's hard to measure. It's hard to measure, and also hard to measure this compared to other engineering project. You cannot imagine if you talk about your software has done 30%, but you cannot imagine this 30% completion how? Can't see. Yeah, it's hard to imagine that for the percentage of completion from a stakeholder point of view. If you are the programmer, maybe roughly you know, the developer, you will know, oh, this is the percentage. But how you want to convince that and inform the user? Number B, discuss 1 public metrics and 1 private metric. This one available in the note. But please don't confuse this one public and 1 private metric. Please don't provide there is another one called product, and also product metric, and also process metric. Don't confuse these. These are different. Yeah, not this one. You have to check the lecture note. This one available. Don't overlook the content. So next one, 2 significant attributes software process improvement. To improve visibility. So here already mentioned. To improve this, what are the attributes that you can use? What are the attributes here? One of it, let's say measurability. Yeah, visibility also one of the attributes. The name of the attribute you can easily find. It's just that the justification is hard. So 3 marks each. Question number 4. This is also a good question. Question number 4, part 1. I like this sort of question. Students have your imagination type answer. So let's say why project manager usually opts for less than ideal. I mean, not perfect, not the full experienced team member instead of highly experienced. Yeah, why they opt for this? First, definitely because of the cost. Yeah, because of the cost. They have a limited budget. Okay, they did mention selective. Yeah, look for the cost. Look at the budget. First thing, sometimes the highly experienced staff not easy to find because they might also hired by other company. But anyway, they opt for less than ideal. First, because budget. Second, you can assign them. Yeah, you can assign them to less critical tasks. Yeah, you can assign them or some other project, let them gain experience. You cannot always look for highly experienced staff or else nobody go for them. They will never have a chance to gain the experience. We still have to give chance to them. Right? Next one. Why risky to include junior staff? No experience. Zero experience. Right? Similar question to the one on top. If they have a little experience, zero experience, means that you need to give them training to spend time and also cost. Okay, the training time also they might perform low productivity. They're still learning due to their new trained skill. They will perform slower in completing the tasks. The worst case is it might delay the time, yeah, the completion of the assigned tasks. Then it will jeopardize the project schedules. The next question, they should be assigned non-critical tasks so that anything go wrong, there will not be big impact. Identify possible strategy that can be used by Miss Sharon to manage the risk. Think of what are the strategy you can use here. I can't remember which chapter is this. You can look for which one? The explanation, some of the explanation also redundant from here. Okay, assign them with less critical tasks. Hang on, let me read again the question. Manage the risk. The risk here is will bring impact to the project. So Miss Sharon have to be cautious. What kind of measurements that they can use. Yeah, to help reduce the possibility of delay, possibility of a project schedule to be delayed. So most of the non-critical tasks actually have a buffer time to be completed. So when the new staff, they have a new skill, new knowledge, at least they have some extra time to complete the tasks assigned without delay the overall project durations. So you can discuss this from, okay, from here. Miss Sharon also can think of a risk mitigation strategy. Okay, you learn this one. Risk, risk mitigation strategy to minimize the impact. Yeah, minimize the impact towards the project deadline. You experience already in your assignment, this one. Next question, number B. Too important dependability. All right, this one take note. The question already clearly stated from dependability dimension. Don't give others from other topics or other dimensions. Find out two lists. Yeah, they are quite numbers of attributes under this chapter. Chapter number 8, last chapter. So you pick two from the note, explain. Last questions. One of the change management activity is to approve change request from the stakeholder, discuss factor. We have this question in the tutorial, right? Whether the change request should be improved. We have this in the tutorial. Please refer back. 5 marks. Right, you all sum up the solution here. If you all have a further question on this, you type in the chat box. So now I release the assignment to you. I will email each group. Once received, immediately you check through. Yeah, I will open for any feedback by 4:30. Before 4:30, we have to finalize. I will send out now. I have emailed each one of you the rubric and also the report. Okay, please check through. If possible, if any changes, get back to me by 12 so that I can finalize the coursework mark by today. This is the last day already. We still have about 14 minutes. If you have no questions on the coursework mark, inform me in the chat box. And then after that, you may leave the mid session. Or you want to download the file because, okay, can also. Yeah, because that's it's in my Google Drive. That's why I make it, I set up the permission. If you need a soft copy, you inform me. But at this time, you check the marks first. You read through all the comment and also the marking rubric. If no issue on that, you inform me in the chat box. You may leave the mid session. If you need soft copy, you can inform me also. I will send out later, the soft copy I need after my class later. After my class mean after 1 o'clock. So at the moment, you still can check the marks and the comment. Right, Ian? No, only assignment. Only assignment. So 50% coursework, 50% final exam. So overall, performance is above average. That's the best mark I can give for each one of you. Yeah, after mark 1, I double, triple check many times. That's the best mark already. So please don't bargain any more marks. That's the best already. Yes, assignment convert to 50%, final exam 50%. Majority of you score very well. So coursework is good, but still have to look at your final exam. Final exam, another 50%. Score as high mark as possible in the final exam, then A will be yours. Okay, no big issue. There's some, some formatting or just a minor comment that I put in the chat in your reports. Right, maybe some of the group here, please double check some of your group here. I didn't mention each group. You double check yourself. If your goal, your project goal, talk about you are testing efficiency and integrity, but in your quality measurement attribute, you didn't use any, let's say integrity. You don't have any measurements on integrity. Then it might also cause your some deduction in the marks. Yeah, that's my example. Yeah, if your goal is integrity, but you don't have any measurement on that, so means that you are not measuring what is the goal towards your project goals. Project goal. And then overall other parts, relevancy, make sure the schedule, the time frame. You are mentioning your debt schedule, time schedule in the report from what date to what date, phase 1, what date to what date, phase 2, phase 3. Make sure it is aligned to your Gantt chart. Some of the group different. Content different dates, Gantt chart different dates. Yeah, I spend a lot of time to check out all these. Those are important because as this report has to be detailed and correct. After that, what else? Gantt chart is a G-A-N-T-T, not G-A-N-N-T. There's one group. G-A-N-T-T, not G-A-N-N-T. Gantt chart. How kind of wrong spelling here? What else? The reports, yeah. I didn't notice at the time during your this one sharing the report. Actually, you can use your estimation. your project estimation, cost estimations, date estimation to produce the reports. So it means that report should be your own project report. We don't take it from other resources. Other resources is reference, but when you put it in a report, you can set, let's say you set the dates is 80% completion, then you may produce the report based on 80% completions. Use on data. Most of the group did well in attributes and risk log. Majority of you get almost full marks. At 9, 10 is considered a good mark. Attribute, list log. Yeah, that 2 column, if you notice, most of you earn a high mark because of your individual works perform quite well. Do you have any major questions here you want to ask now? What time is your next class? 11:30 until 1. Okay, I'm also, my class also until 1. If you need any further, clarification, maybe I open up my time to you, 1 to 1:30. Yeah, after my class 1 o'clock, I'll be in the Google Classroom 1 to 1:30. So mean by 2 o'clock, we shall able to finalize the marks already. So Elwin, you might talk to your, if you have anything you want to clarify, you can inform the group leader. Okay, if no issue before 2 o'clock, so I open up my timer 1 until 1:30. It is before 2 because this is my lunch time. So before 2 o'clock, we finalize it. If you have no questions, you may leave the meet already. Yeah, we are dismissed for this semester. No more lecture. Good luck to everyone. Take care, everyone.